Hi guys, it's Elaine here, the Animal Reiki Lady. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. It is time for another channeling session. And today's session is going to be with Oakley. I got a couple things to share with you, and I think I might share the message that's meant for all of us first. And then we'll get into Oakley's message for his human companion, who is a gentleman, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a second. First, I wanted to let you guys know, I really want to do this every day. I am striving to do this daily, but honestly, it's a lot. So I've committed to a lot, but I want to follow through on that commitment. But I also want to share with you a little bit about what I do. So I'm a corporate dropout. I was in corporate for 35 years before I walked away to focus on working with animals exclusively to doing this. I was an HR executive for years and years. But no longer. I'd rather be like the animal resources lady, which animal Reiki lady. That's where you get it. So the first thing I want to share is what I do in my profession now. So as an animal Reiki master, I have private clients. I have clients who come to me whose animal companions have been ill or injured, gone through a surgery, or approaching end of life, and I assist with that on an energetic healing level. So that's the animal Reiki side of it. I'm also a teacher of this. I teach an online course. It's live on Zoom. I teach online. I teach live in person. I also have some on-demand courses, and I will post a link below. It's called Linktree. It'll give you it brings up a little menu, and you can pick whatever you're interested in, everything from Facebook and Instagram and YouTube to all of the different courses that I offer. And I love teaching, the teaching part of it. In fact, as this grows, I am going to create something for the human companions to help you understand how you can achieve this, how you can get these kinds of insights from your own animals, both here and those who have crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Okay, so with all that said, I want to share Oakley's message. Oakley is a yellow lab, and he's actually more of a white lab, like my Jack. My Jack was technically a yellow lab, but he was white. He was so white. And Jack had a big furry mane. He had this big, just mane. That's the only thing I can call it. Whereas Oakley, I only got a brief glimpse of Oakley, like a small picture of Oakley. But Oakley, I sense, is not furry like that. Oakley has he's got he's very short haired for a yellow lab. Anyhow, the message that I want to share, the other thing that I do. So in addition to my animal Reiki practice, I work at a funeral home for pets, and it is my deepest honor to be able to care for their little bodies after their life has ended. And as part of that work, I work with client intake, so I work with human companions whose animals have crossed. This week was a really tough one. This week was a hard week to witness extreme anguish. Even thinking about it now makes me cry. Witnessing the extreme anguish and knowing that my calling, my deepest calling, is to be able to help people not just prepare for and cope with the loss of their pet, but to transcend that. I want to be able, and that's where these messages come from. I want to be able to help you all recognize that there is no then and was, that they are with us always. There's no beginning, there's no end. It's a beautiful continuation of life, just in a different form. And I want to help, for those of you whose pets have yet to pass, I want to be able to help you reach that point where you can create such a bond with your animal companion and such a space of peace and calm and knowing that your relationship with them continues on, and it makes transition smoother. It makes that connection stronger. And for those of you whose animals have already crossed, who reach out to me still in a deep sense of grief, these words are meant for comfort. They're meant to help you understand that you can set aside your grief, if only for a minute or two at a time. Release the grief. Forget the guilt. I will tell you right now, you are absolved instantly with the second that your animal passes. Whatever you are holding yourself in guilty for, release it. Let it go. It's done. And your animal companion will always be your guardian. that's really the message that Oakley was sharing for all of us, is that there is no beginning, there is no end. There is only what was, what is, and what will be. It is always, you are always with your animal companion. Okay, that actually got a little bit more long-winded than I anticipated, but that's how it goes. I simply go with how spirit moves me, and I share the words that the animals have helped me share. Honestly, when I was a little girl and I dreamed of going into the jungle with Jane Goodall and studying chimpanzees, I never for 1 minute dreamed that Georgie Boy, if any of you guys follow TikTok, that a monkey would come to me in my sleep and share information with me from the other side. But now it's time for Oakley. So for Oakley's person, I will definitely tag you, and please be patient, all of you who are still waiting for your reading. I've got a list of you all of the pets. Don't worry, I will get to you. Okay, so Oakley, here's what I got. And once again, I brought out the big guns. Oh, it's fallen over. Once again, I brought out the big guns to write all my stuff from Oakley. So I have that kind of leaning here against my little tripod. This is total transparency, guys. I don't ever, nothing is ever edited. You won't ever see any little blips in my video because I've edited out my words or something I did. Nope, this is me 100%. Okay, so Oakley, I got a sense that Oakley was rescued from a fire. He was very specific about just about everything. I got visuals, I got blocks of thought, I got a smell, such a good smell. It was a smell of sawdust and oil, and we'll get to that in a second. So I had a sense that Oakley was rescued from a fire, that he loved to play, and play some more. If he had his way, you two would have played all day long, every single day. He gave me a visual of a huge park, and I saw it in the sunshine, in the summer. It was a huge park, and you guys are running through the park, and he loves to run. This is a really cool thing. He loved to run, great at catch, whatever you wanted to throw, it didn't matter. A ball, a frisbee, a stick. He was very good at catch, very smart. He looked at you with intelligence in his eyes because he wanted you to see his intelligence. He wanted you to connect with him on a really individual level. And I got a sense that you did that. I got a sense you know exactly how smart he was and exactly how connected he was to you. He looked at you with intelligence. He loved the truck. Whatever that is, I see like an older pickup truck. He loved the truck. He never needed a leash. Oakley would come back no matter what. In fact, Oakley didn't ever wander off. He didn't ever want to. He wanted to be by your side all the time. He could be completely trusted without a leash. Lots of people knew him. He was very popular. He was always greeted, and they always greeted him by name. So everybody loved Oakley. And let's see. So the visual that I got besides the park was he was so beautiful to share this with me. I got a visual of a garage. So a garage, like an older garage, not like a contemporary garage attached to a house right now. I got the sense of more of like a barn-like garage. And you're out in the garage, and there is a beautiful smell. It's a smell of wood and sawdust and oil, and I can't even quite describe. And it was very sentimental. The smell for me brought up all kinds of really good emotions. So I often get smells. We haven't had that too often yet, but I frequently get scent. I pick up that scent, and I'll get it in the middle of nowhere. Like I won't even be in my meditation, and I'll be like, whoa, okay. I wonder who's thinking about what that I got that scent. Well, this was a beautiful, really good scent. The scent of the wood and sawdust and an old barn that you use a garage. That's it. It's an old barn that you use as a garage, and oil, and yeah, it was just a really good smell. Anyhow, the last thing that Oakley wants to share specifically with his human is to turn your hobby into your job. So whatever you do in that garage as a hobby, he would love to lay on the floor and watch you. He would lay on the ground and just watch you and be so content. And he thinks whatever it is that you do, it has to do with, I can't quite get it. If it has to do with wood, or if it's something, I got something mechanical as well. But, and then I got a woof, 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 like 3 woofs right in a row. Like, yes, you need to turn this hobby into your job. Yeah, and then that was kind of the end of our little session. So, as always, guys, what I'd love you to do is to please subscribe. I think it's right there. I put a little subscribe button. If you really like this channel, subscribe to it. Please help get the message out there more. Press the little thumbs up button over there if you like the content of this video and you want to see more just like it. And if you would like to have a reading for your pet, at the rate I'm going, it's about 2 weeks out from the time that you send me your request until the time that I'll be able to do a reading. And it doesn't matter. And sometimes the animals come through no matter what. Like they'll just kind of butt in line. Yep. And so if an animal does, when I go into a meditation, multiple animals sometimes show up, and I really need to focus on the animal with whom I'd like to connect. But anyway, it's about 2 weeks out. You can post it in the comments below. You can send me an email, or if you're following me on any of the other social media channels, you can always send me a private or direct message. Okay, for now, have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing day wherever you happen to be in the world. May the animals light your way. Take care.